Order of decimals. In looking at the order of decimals, it is quite important for you to note where the decimal lies. In other words, whether it's a tenths, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Note that the tenths is bigger than a hundredth, than a thousandth. 1/10 of a cake is bigger than 1/100th of a cake. Imagine you have a slice of cake and you are dividing it into 10 parts and you get 1/10. But if you have to divide it into 100 parts and to get 1/100th, that slice of cake is smaller. It is smaller than the 1/10. Now imagine that same piece of cake you have to divide into 1,000 parts equally. 1,000th is smaller than the 1/100th, which is smaller than the 1/10. So once you're in the thousandths, that is smaller than the hundredth, and the hundredth is smaller than the tenth. Let's look. If you were to, this is already range from smallest to biggest. 0.1 is smaller than 0.3, then 0.5, 0.8, 0.9. So it is small and gets bigger every time. Okay? 1/10 of a cake is smaller than 3/10 of it. Of course, there are 3 of them, which is bigger than the 1/10. If you have 5 of them, it's bigger than the 3. If you have 9 of them, okay, it is much bigger than 0.1 or 0.3, 0.5. So you must understand that. And you can see 1 is smaller than 3, 1 is smaller than 9, 9 is the biggest there. Now, it is easy when all of them is 1/10. But if you have now different 1,000th and 1/10th and 100th and so on, remember what I told you, just like the slice of cake, the 1,000th pieces is smaller. It is the smallest. So 0.005 is smaller than 0.05. Okay? Very important. And note, even if there's a 4 there, that 4 is bigger than 0.05. Why? Because that is 4/10, and that's 500. The 0.7, it could have been, well, okay. It could have been, if this was 0.2, 0.2 is bigger than 0.05 or 0.005, but that's 0.4. Okay? And why? Because this is in the tenths and these are in the hundredths and the thousands. So it's very important to know that. Very important. A trick a student showed me is that she looks at the first one. If it's 0, it's smaller. Watch. 0, 0. 4, aha, is bigger. So she will choose that as the smallest one because it's 0. Now if you have 0, 0 here, then you go to the next one. 0, 0, 0, 5. Aha, that one is bigger. That one is smaller. So she chose that one. That was a trick a student showed me. You can do that if you want, if you understand it better. Okay? Or you can use the way I explained to you, which is more logical, of course, that the 1,000th piece is smaller than 100th. Imagine you cut a piece of cake and 1,000th of it you get a little piece than 100th, which is a little bigger. 1/10, of course, is much bigger. 4/10 is bigger than 1/10, and so on. So you must understand that.